How to invest in index funds from UAE. First, what is index? In financial market terms, an index is a method created to track a group of stocks' performance. It is a hypothetical portfolio of securities representing a specific market or a part of it. So when people say the market is up or down, they are referring to an index. Here are some of the most famous indexes. S&P 500 tracks the performance of the 500 largest companies across various industries in the US. FTSE 100 measures the stock performance of 100 largest companies listed on the London Stock Exchange. Now, what are index funds? Since investors cannot invest in the index directly, the index fund tool has been created. Index funds are a mutual fund or exchange-traded fund, ETF, with a portfolio constructed to match or track a particular index such as the S&P 500. Index funds typically use a passive investment strategy, which means their objective is to deliver similar returns to the index they are tracking. Index funds may track markets, such as US markets, emerging markets, or Asian markets. Or track an industry, such as technology funds, industrial funds, and electric cars funds. Also, funds can track commodities such as gold and oil. So if you want to invest in the biggest companies in the US, instead of investing in hundreds of single stocks, you can invest in the funds that track the S&P. How to invest in index funds from UAE. You have two ways to invest in index funds in UAE. 1. Invest in index funds by your own. If you have a prior experience in trading and investing, you can invest in index funds which are replicated by ETFs and mutual funds by opening a brokerage account with one of the following brokers: Saxo Bank, Swissquote, eToro, Interactive Brokers. 2. Invest in index funds with a financial advisor in UAE. If you don't have the time to research and monitor the news and markets, you can use the help of a financial advisor. It's their job to be always updated with market trends and potential opportunities. You will explain to them your goals and risk appetite, and they will create an index funds portfolio for you and they'll review it periodically with you. Index funds are replicated by ETFs and mutual funds. Here are some examples of the most popular ETFs and funds. Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, VU, tracks the S&P 500, biggest 500 companies in the US. Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index, FNILX. The fund seeks to provide investment results that correspond to the total return of stocks of large cap US companies. Invesco ETF, QQQ, tracks Nasdaq 100 Index. It includes 100 of the largest international and domestic companies listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Emerging Markets Index MSCI iShares, EEM, tracks the investment results of an index composed of large and mid-capitalization emerging market equities. If you want to know more about investing in UAE, you can subscribe to the channel and check the website in the description box.